Thanks for coming, Pete. We want to show you something. We can give that gift to everyone. Heal the world together.
Okay.
Hey guys, Cal here with a new video on Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and man, there is a lot to unpack here. After a long wait of 8 years, I finally got to play the next installment in the Arkham franchise in a closed alpha test, and here are my thoughts on the same. If you're excited to learn more about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, then definitely make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more news and content. So, the way this video is going to go is I'm going to first talk about the underwhelming aspects of where the game lacks severely and where I think it shines the most. Now, do keep in mind that in this alpha test that I was a part of, we didn't get to play much of the game's story, so this isn't my full review of the game. I need to first play the game in its entirety to judge it perfectly well, so here goes. The underwhelming aspects. I think this problem that I've heard from people, and I myself encountered this, was that of sensory overload that's in the game, where multiple player objectives and numerous enemies overwhelm the player. I think this is the same problem that Marvel's Avengers went through, where, there was too much happening on screen, too many enemies, too many drones and everything. Though, in this case, the enemies in this game are Brainiac's minions who were transformed from humans and all. But I don't know what I feel about that. I mean, I feel like I'll play the game for a little while, for initial few weeks for the story and everything, and then after a while, I'll stop because the game becomes too repetitive at a certain point. And you can play with different characters, right? With Captain Boomerang, with King Shark, Deadshot, and Harley Quinn. But what I felt that the most problem was that there was too much happening on screen, simply. There was damage numbers, which of course you can turn off and everything. But yeah, there's just too much happening on screen. You don't know what you want to do. And too many objectives. How do you manage all that? And I get that this is an RPG game and there's supposed to be things on screen. They're supposed to make you better understand the game. But it may put some people, it may turn them off, when they're playing the game, because it might be too overwhelming for them, basically. Another concern that I noticed, and a lot of people that I talked to noticed about this game, was the near emptiness of the city. See, the game is set in Metropolis, and the city looks great in the game and all. I'm not complaining about that. What I find a little bit off-putting was that there was nobody in the city. And yeah, you could chalk it up to, Brainiac's converted all those people to his henchmen, as we saw in a cutscene in the game. But it's still, little weird to fight in a desolate city like that. Now, this might be a decision that Rocksteady made because to add performance in the game, because, there are 4 characters in the game. And that's going to require a lot of performance, and they just simply reduced the number of people that are in the game. And they added more enemies. But I feel like there should be a balance to that, right? I feel like if they reduced the number of enemies and added some people in the game to make it more alive, I think that would have worked well for the game. But that's just my opinion. I don't know, basically, if I'm nitpicking here, but I did feel like putting more people in the game and less enemies could have worked better for the game. Now let's talk about the good. When I played the game, I played as Captain Boomerang and King Shark mostly. I wasn't that invested in Deadshot and Harley Quinn as much as I should have, so I didn't play as those characters. But when I played as Captain Boomerang, I thought the game was a pretty enjoyable and introduced some satisfying elements. The gunplay feels great, featuring a shield harvesting mechanic that involves shooting enemies in the legs to weaken them, and then using melee weapons to finish them off, gaining back lost health. Captain Boomerang's unique melee attack with his boomerangs adds an extra layer of fun. The counter shot mechanic, explained in a past Suicide Squad Insider, adds strategic depth. A special shot stuns enemies, offering engaging combat scenarios, especially when dealing with Brainiac's minions. The skill tree allows for traditional takedowns and various character upgrades, making gameplay addictive. Traversal in the game, particularly for Captain Boomerang, utilizing the Speed Force, is fantastic. Mastering the finesse of tossing a boomerang at a surface using the Speed Force run and chaining double jumps and air dashes results in stylish and engaging movement across Metropolis. Despite some reservations, the gameplay does shine in various aspects, offering a mix of satisfying combat mechanics, engaging traversal, and skill progression. The story, with top-notch writing and moments that evoke laughter and chills, add to the overall anticipation. The upcoming release on January 30th for the Deluxe Edition and February 2nd for the Standard Edition will reveal the full extent of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League's impact. Until then, we'll just have to wait and see. Now, finally, I extend my gratitude to Warner Brothers for facilitating this early access experience. As we approach the game's release, I look forward to exploring its full potential and witnessing the unfolding narrative. And that is it for this video, guys. If you like this video, drop a like button and subscribe to the channel for more content ahead. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.